Girlfriend, you dress me in brown suede boots and miniskirt. Say you're bored of your husband, of suburbia. Hand me half a pill. Promise me fun without misgiving. I'm the serious one. You're streetwise. We drive to the nearest club where tonight they play retro. Silk curves sway inside your blouse. Your smile, white as mercury. You strut and flick in the grimy light of the cubicle. Friends don't sleep, but when you leave, the night inhales Givenchy and trumpet lilies. Thanks ever so much, everyone, for being here and supporting my book today.
They took a helicopter with his parents back up to the place where his parents couldn't understand it. They were
Actually,
I'd like to just talk briefly about the themes and inspiration for the book. During the writings of these poems, an important relationship in my life was breaking down, and I think that this autobiographical fact informs the book's perspective. There's an interrupted narrative thread that outlines my journey through this personal crisis. At the same time, the families of asylum seekers were being separated and children were placed in detention, violating basic human rights. As a migrant, I guess I'd always felt displaced and I could empathise. But there were more than 1,500 asylum seekers who were detained on Nauru and Christmas Island. David Hicks and many others were being held in Guantanamo Bay without a fair and proper trial. What I witnessed was that the media feeds on these events, often reducing them to entertainment, that truth becomes distorted and that meaning becomes diluted for what brought reality. I began to consider how different forms of entrapment could enter the imagination and be uniquely described by poetic imagery. The American poet and lawyer Wallace Stevens, in his book The Necessary Angel, compares the poetic imagination to a kind of moral and philosophical centre through which reality can be repossessed and recreated. For my daughter Tegan, because the book's actually dedicated to her, and this poem's called Moonchild. It takes this imagery from the Hollyford Walk, which I did during my pregnancy. Hair and grass strings. Little mouth, your smile is a gift. Your beating legs are shadow wings. Once you were the size of a date. I remember your kick, a snake recoiling inside. How we crossed the dry bones of a river, slept with hunters and flies in the damp sleeves of a forest. Little compass, little star, we followed a glacier to the mouth of a ragged sea. I was sick from the smell of detergent, kerosene and resinous leaves, nails in my breast, the heat thick as glue. Time stretched, my tranquilizer before you came, the moon transfigured by a gamble.